One thing I like about this technique is that instead of receiving a lot of feedback at the same time, I can figure out what I need to um, improve and refine by looking at your comments. So I think it's in some kind of way more effective and helpful to me.
Actually, this commenting the skills that you use is kind of like surprising because I thought like first you're giving just as like cool and warm feedback because that's like a usual like commenting skills like what you're good at and what you're bad at, but actually this like talks about like what you actually did it, and that it was really helpful because like sometimes when we're speaking we just forget what we're saying, but you like sparked us like and write like summary of our like whole speech. It was really nice.
I realized how powerful this technique is because it's like you're having, instead of like just writing some regular feedback, it's like it feels like you're having a one-on-one conversation with the teacher because she actually understands what you're saying and she knows what you're thinking and your point of view.
I think that is a really good technique because instead of looking at what you comment, what you think, we can look at what you take out from our work and can maybe improve on it more by ourselves.
I think this technique is really useful and even convenient for teachers and for the students as well as students because as teachers can see like through all the students vlog, and then also students can share their friends, like I mean the classmates comments and also their vlog and how they worked. So I think that's the really good point of this technique to share with each other.
I really like how we can see each other's vlog because when we just look at our vlog, then I would just think what I think of. However, by sharing everyone's, then I can know what other people's perspective is about the topic.
My thought on this technique is really similar to what some people just said, but overall I think it's really interesting because you don't just see your thought, but you also see other people's thought and you can combine them and use those words that you may not know before but is now written down by the teacher, and you can use them in your future works.
So this is like we said things and then you wrote it back so that we can review what we have said and also to understand if the teacher exactly know what we was trying to express.
I think this technique is good for both students and teachers. As for students, they can see how much they've learned. They can create new thoughts, new ideas just from reading the comments teachers wrote down. They can reflect on their mistakes if they have any. And for teachers, they can check how much progress the student has made and maybe compare their ideas with other students to see how well it works for them.
Well, I see this is a really interesting way to like do this because first of all you can see like what people have done, and how people have thought it, and also like comparing people's ideas, and sometimes when you watch someone else's and you can also get something that you can learn from them.
So I think this idea is really interesting in how like usually you're like so focused on what other people think and stuff that you kind of forget what you're thinking. So this is like a really good chance to look back and see what are you thinking and how you're thinking.
I think this technique is very good because then you could take